Welcome to part 7 of our tutorial series on how to apply custom visual designs in Moss. In this part, I will demonstrate how to assign our custom master page and custom CSS to our Moss website. In our Moss website, which is currently still using the default Moss design, I'm going to make sure I'm in the home page of the website, which means I'm in the root of the website. Then I'll open the Site Actions menu and navigate to the Site Settings. Under Look and Feel, I'll click on Master Page. This is where we will assign the master page and CSS file for our website. The first option is to assign the site master page. We can easily find our custom master page in the list because we use the prefix demo. The next option is to assign a system master page. Some of the default forms and list view pages in Moss will use this system master page instead of the site master page. Depending on your website design, you may want to create an alternate master page which has a wider content area to allow room for these list view tables. Then you would assign that alternate master page here. For today, we'll simply use our demo master page. In this case, we want all subsites to inherit our master page settings. So I'll make sure that this box is checked for both the site master page and the system master page. The last option in the master page settings is the CSS file. Instead of using the Windows SharePoint Services default styles, we're going to specify our own custom CSS file. Our file has already been uploaded to the style library in the SharePoint Designer. So we're just going to browse to select our file. Here the browse feature is already open directly to our style library demo CSS directory. So I'm just going to click on our demo CSS file and click OK. Again, we'll choose to have all subsites inherit our custom CSS URL. Now I click OK to save our settings. If we go back to the home page of our site, we can see that our custom master page and custom CSS file are now controlling the design of the site. There are still a few things to do to make this look right. We'll need to create a web page which uses our custom page layout. Currently, it's just using one of the default page layouts. We also need to assign some custom styles for the top navigation. These will be explained in later chapters of this series. First, let's review the idea of inheritance for the master page settings. In our case, we chose to have all the subsites inherit the root settings. Sometimes we might want a subsite to have a different color scheme or different look and feel than other parts of the site. In that case, we can go to that subsite and give it a different master page or CSS file. Before we go on to learn about creating a page in Moss, I'd like to give one final tip for this part of the tutorial series. It is very important to understand the CSS file positioning in Moss, so I'm just going to read this slide word for word. Why do we assign the custom CSS file via the site settings instead of adding a reference to it in the master page code? The default Moss file core.css will always be added when the page renders in a browser. So the bad news is, if we add a reference to our CSS file in the head tag of the master page code, the page will render with our CSS file first. Core.css will come second in the source code. Thus, core.css would override any matching styles in our custom CSS file. The good news is, if we assign our custom CSS via the site settings, the page will render with core.css first and our custom CSS file second. Thus, our custom CSS file could override core.css. This is required for styling various Moss components. So now that we have assigned our custom master page in CSS, Part 8 in this tutorial series will explain how to create a page in the Moss site based on our custom page layout.